Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Man United set Pogba deadline. Man United want Pogba's future to be sorted by Christmas, as the Red Devils hope he will sign a new contract worth £400,000 a week. Pogba receives 290 grand a week at the moment. Pogba's current contract at Man United expires next summer. Before the start of this season, Pogba rejected a new Man United contract. It said earlier on this season that Pogba's very likely to leave Man United on a free next summer. A few weeks ago, Paul Pogba's agent Mino Raiola suggested that Pogba could return to Juventus from Man United on a free next summer. Mino Raiola said that Turin is still in Paul Pogba's heart. Pogba did enjoy 4 good years with Juventus before he rejoined Manchester United. But he said the other week that Juventus have no plans to re-sign Paul Pogba. Pogba's been relentlessly linked with Real Madrid. A couple of years ago, Pogba spoke about Real Madrid and his relationship with Zinedine Zidane, and Pogba came out and said that he's seeking for a new challenge. PSG have also been in for him. It said earlier on this season that PSG are prepared to offer Pogba £510,000 a week in wages to prize him away from Man United. PSG couldn't get him in this year's summer transfer window because they got Lionel Messi. Barcelona have also been interested in Pogba, and Inter Milan have been in for him before, so he's had a long running transfer saga. A few weeks ago, Paul Pogba's brother, Matthias Pogba, came out and said that Paul Pogba is yet to decide on his future and his contract situation is up in the air. He said Man United must sell Pogba in January to buy players. Pogba has enjoyed a good start to the Premier League season. He's already got 7 assists. He produced good performances for Man United in the last couple of months of last season, but at one point last season he was out with a thigh injury for a while, and he sustained a couple of ankle injuries at Man United. This season is Pogba's 6th season at Man United since he rejoined. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far, and he's our most expensive signing at the moment because we paid £89 million for him. We had Pogba when he was a lot younger under the Sir Alex Ferguson era, but had to let him go due to limited appearances. Mino Raiola has obviously been working hard to get Pogba out of the club. He's done a lot of talking. In December last year, Mino Raiola made an announcement regarding Pogba. He said Pogba's career at Man United was over. He said he was unhappy and he had to leave, and he had no intentions of extending his contract. Ollie was furious with Mino Raiola's announcement because it was just before the game against RB Leipzig. Now, Donny van der Beek wants to leave Manchester United. Donny van der Beek didn't play any part against Everton. Donny van der Beek was recently furious with Solskjaer as he was left on the bench in Man United's win over Villarreal. So Donny van der Beek will try to force a January transfer away from Man United. following his Villarreal meltdown. Donny van de Beek did play the full 90 minutes against West Ham in the Carabao Cup the other week and he put a very good performance out. He also started against Young Boys in the Champions League a few weeks ago, but Solskjaer taking him off at half time, and I heavily criticised Solskjaer for that because he was our best player in the first half of that game. The other week, Don Hutchinson said that he told Donny van de Beek he must leave Man United to save his career, and Paul Ince said a couple of weeks ago that Van de Beek has absolutely no chance of staying at Man United. Don't forget Solskjaer rejected Van de Beek's exit because Everton were close to signing him on loan. Many clubs have been in for him, so he's been subjected to a lot of transfer speculation. You know, we got Van de Beek for 40 million, with add-ons included, and you'd have thought he'd have had a hell of a lot more game time than he has done. You know, Van de Beek's got a contract with Man United till 2025, and he's versatile, he can play in 3 different roles. Last season, most of Donny van de Beek's appearances came from the bench. I recall Van de Beek starting just 4 games in the league last season. And a few weeks ago, Van de Beek spoke about his Man United future in an exclusive interview with Ferdinand, and his agent did a lot of talking, and Van de Beek told Solskjaer his best position. He reckons he'd be best served operating as a number 6 or as a number 8. Now, like I said to you earlier on today, I want Solskjaer to be sacked now. Solskjaer is not good enough. Solskjaer got criticised for not starting Cristiano Ronaldo in the game against Everton. Solskjaer came out and said that he had no regrets over not starting Ronaldo. Ronaldo did come on in the game. I also criticised Solskjaer for not starting Pogba. I thought Pogba would have started against Everton, but he did come on as a substitute. Some United fans reckon that Solskjaer's starting lineup was wrong. And I've told you, one of my biggest concerns about Solskjaer is his decision making, because analysing the vast majority of the games he's managed at Man United, he's been tactically naive. But yeah, it was 2 points dropped yesterday. We are winless in our last 2 league games. You know, we lost to Aston Villa 1-0 at Old Trafford last weekend. That was the first time Aston Villa won at Old Trafford in 12 years. We lost to West Ham in the Carabao Cup the other week at Old Trafford 1-0. That was the first time West Ham won at Old Trafford since 2007. And a few weeks ago we lost to Young Boys 2-1. And Solskjaer was definitely accountable for that defeat because the substitutions were wrong and the tactics were wrong. You know, Solskjaer is under serious pressure. Well, it said not so long ago that Solskjaer's job is safe, and the Man United board retained full support for Solskjaer. Our board have got a soft stance on Solskjaer with him being a legend of the club. But Solskjaer got good backing in the summer transfer window this year. You know, John Murtough backed him, Darren Fletcher backed him, the Glazers backed him surprisingly, but only because they'd been persuaded to, and Ed Woodward backed him. Man United enjoyed a very good summer transfer window. We made 4 signings. We brought Tom Heaton in on a free from Aston Villa, brought Jadon Sancho in from Borussia Dortmund, brought Rafael Varane in from Real Madrid, and we re-signed Ronaldo after 12 years. And we spent around 141 million in the summer transfer window. We only managed to sell one player in the summer transfer window, and that was Daniel James. Sold him to Leeds for 25 million. We did loan a few players out in the summer transfer window. We loaned Andres Pereira out, Axel Tuanzebe, Ethan Laird, Brandon Williams, Tahith Chon and Facundo Pellistri. Ole has endured 5 transfer windows as permanent Man United manager. We spent like 441 million so far under the Solskjaer era. But like I've said in regards to Solskjaer, he's not the long-term manager for Man United. A lot of United fans will agree with me on that aspect. You know, this season is Solskjaer's 3rd full season as Man United manager. And I did mention at the start of this season that this season was going to be massive for Ole because he's got big expectations to exceed. I said Solskjaer's got to win a trophy within the next 18 months to save his job. Solskjaer's not yet won a trophy as Man United manager. We haven't won a trophy since 2017. And a few weeks ago, Solskjaer did mention that we must leave a legacy of silverware. Well, we know Solskjaer's ambition for this season. That's to win the Premier League. We're not going to win the Premier League under Ole. You know, we haven't won the Premier League since 2013, which is 8 years ago now. We should be winning the Premier League, you know. We've got a really good squad. It's a title-winning squad, so there's no more excuses. Earlier on this season, Solskjaer told his current Man United squad that it's better than the 1999 treble-winning team that Ole was part of. Now, if we do decide to sack Solskjaer, who's going to come in to replace him? Obviously, you've got some United fans demanding Antonio Conte in. It said a few weeks ago that Antonio Conte would accept the Man United job if Solskjaer was to be sacked. Conte wants a winning project. So he rejected Arsenal and he rejected Tottenham. Conte is available because he left Inter Milan at the end of last season, but Conte's got a good pedigree behind him, won a lot of silverware in his home nation. When he was in his first season at Chelsea, he won the Premier League. And I think if Conte came in to replace Solskjaer, he'd do really well at Man United and he would suit the strappings of the club. You know, you've got some United fans that want Zidane in. And I think Zidane would do a good job if he came in. Don't forget he's been linked with a managerial role at Man United before. At one point, when Solskjaer was very close to getting sacked, we tried to get Mauricio Pochettino when he was managerless, but we didn't get Pochettino because he ended up going to PSG. In the summer, Solskjaer signed a new contract with the club until 2024. There's an option of a further year. So basically he signed a 3-year deal, didn't he? And we made a mistake giving him that new contract because I can assure he won't see out that new contract. Solskjaer had like 7 or 8 months left on the 3-year contract he signed when he got the job permanently back in March 2019. Solskjaer has no proven pedigree. You know, he hasn't won anything as Manchester United manager yet. Before us, he was at Molde. He won, a few Norwegian titles in that Molde, but they're not a big club. He endured 2 spells at Molde, and before Molde, he was at Cardiff, and his record at Cardiff was terrible. The reason he got sacked from Cardiff is because he got them relegated, and Ole managed the Man United reserve team for a couple of years, so he watched some of the team grow and develop. But reflecting now on Solskjaer's being Man United manager, he has gained some managerial experience. He's learnt a few different things on the job, but there's still plenty of things he's got to learn because he's still a young coach. Solskjaer's been Manchester United manager now for almost 3 years. He would have been in charge for 3 years in December. I reckon he'll still be Man United manager in December this year. But if Solskjaer wouldn't have been a club legend, I can assure he wouldn't have been Manchester United manager now. Solskjaer got appointed in December 2018 to replace Mourinho. He's been permanent Manchester United manager since March 2019. Solskjaer has signed 14 players as Manchester United manager. He's got rid of a lot of players since he's come in. He's got rid of a lot of players permanently. He's loaned quite a few players out. In Solskjaer's first full season, he got us to 3 semi-finals. He also got us a 3rd place finish. And in his second full season, which was last season, he got us to the Europa League final. That was his first major final as Man United manager. He got us to the FA Cup quarter-final and the EFL Cup semi-final, and he got us a 2nd place finish last season. So you can see that progress has been made under Ole. But what Solskjaer produced in his first full season and his 2nd full season, he's looking to build on that this season. I like the way Solskjaer develops the youth. He seems to have a lot of trustworthiness in his young players, and Solskjaer's more or less given everybody their chances to express themselves, including the young players, like he sure they would do when he got appointed in as Man United manager. We have extended a lot of players' contracts under Ollie as well, which is good. Earlier on this season, Solskjaer did mention that he wants new contracts for 5 players. That's Pogba, Fernandes, Rashford, Luke Shaw and Harry Maguire. Believe it or not, Solskjaer's beaten quite a few big name managers as Man United manager. He's overcome Bielsa a few times. He overcame Jurgen Klopp in the FA Cup, but he's not yet beaten Jurgen Klopp in the league. He's beaten Jose Mourinho as Man United manager. He's beaten Carlo Ancelotti a few times. He's beaten Tuchel, he's beaten Nagelsmann, and he's also beaten Pep Guardiola quite a few times. So there you go. Solskjaer is our 4th permanent manager since Ferguson. Because since Ferguson we sacked David Moyes, we sacked Louis van Gaal, and we sacked Jose Mourinho. And you know what? We're not really known as a sacking football club because we haven't got the structure to keep sacking managers. We must have brought a good 40 odd players in now since Ferguson retired. Our squad is worth around 805 million. We must have the 3rd most expensive squad in world football. Manchester United are going to sell players next year. Like I've already gone through with you, there's a good chance that we're going to sell Anthony Martial. Martial is finished at Man United now. Surprisingly, Martial started against Everton yesterday. He scored our goal, cutting from the left, hit it, took a deflection and went into the far corner. That was Martial's first goal since February. Martial played against West Ham in the Carabao Cup the other week and he struggled to make an impact in that game. The chances were there for him, but his finishing was poor. It said the other week, though, that Man United are ready to sell Anthony Martial in January. We value Martial at 40 million. Now, Barcelona are considering making a move for him next year. Martial's been a long-term target for Tottenham. Martial's open to joining another Premier League club. Atletico Madrid went in for Martial last summer. And don't forget, Martial rejected the chance to join Lyon on loan on deadline day. in the summer transfer window? Well, before the start of this season, it said Solskjaer refuses to sell Martial as he remains part of his plans. Before the start of this season, Inter Milan tried to get him to replace Lukaku. Martial has been at Man United for 6 years. He's got 3 years left on his contract. Martial has 79 goals for Man United in all competitions. We got Martial in a deal worth 58 million from Monaco back in 2015. The best season Martial had was in his debut season under Van Gaal. Last season Martial was out with a knee injury for a while. Don't forget Ollie was the one that gave Martial that number 9 shirt. Cavani, I think he's going to leave in January or at the end of the season. Cavani, he's obviously wanted by Real Madrid on loan in January. Real Madrid wanted Cavani in the summer transfer window. But the club failed to make a move happen. Now Real Madrid will wait until next summer for their main attacking targets, Haaland and Mbappe. Barcelona tried to get Cavani on deadline day in the summer transfer window, but Romano poured cold water on the speculation, saying he wasn't going to leave Man United, he was going to be staying with us. I think Barcelona could reignite their interest in January. I can't say I want Cavani to leave though, because Cavani's made an impact since he's come in. Cavani started against Everton yesterday. He had a very good chance from a downward header, produced a good save from Jordan Pickford. Cavani's got under a year left on his contract. Well, back in May he signed a 1-year contract extension and he's on over £200,000 a week. Cavani's got a good pedigree behind him, look at the amount of trophies he won when he was at PSG. Juan Mata, good chance he's going to leave next year. Juan Mata doesn't even get in our team, does he? He's lost that yard of pace anyway, and he's aging up. But despite that, I think Mata's had a good career at Man United. He's been with us for 7.5 years. He's made over 200 appearances for Man United in all competitions, and he's scored like 51 goals. We got Mata in a deal worth 40 million from Chelsea back in 2014, with add-ons included, I think. So we brought him in under the David Moyes era. At the first part of last season, Juan Mata he rejected the chance to join a Saudi Arabian club. He rejected an 18 million a year contract offer, didn't he? Earlier on this year, Juan Mata signed a 1-year contract extension. I can't understand why we give him it. Good chance that we're going to offload Lingard next year as well. There's a good chance that we're going to offload Diego Dalot next year. Dalot's our backup right back to Pisaka. Dalot played against Villarreal. It was a very poor performance by Dalot. He had to play because Pisaka wasn't available because he was suspended. Dalot played against West Ham in the Cup the other weekend. To be fair, he did well in that one. Last season, Dalot was out on loan with AC Milan and he did well on his loan spell with AC Milan and he gained some experience. We got Dalot 3 years ago from Porto. We paid 19 million and Dalot's got a contract with Man United till 2023. He should have left in the summer transfer window. Eric Bailly, he could leave next year because Bailly will find it hard to get in the team now with the arrival of Varane. But I said I'd keep Bailly as a backup. Bailly played against West Ham in the Cup the other week. It was his first start of the season and he put a very good performance out to his credit. Phil Jones, I think he's going to leave next year as well. Alex Telles, I think he's another one that's going to leave because Telles doesn't really get into our team. The reason we brought Telles in was to provide competition for Luke Shaw. But since we brought Telles in, we've got the best out of Luke Shaw. Telles, played against Villarreal, scored a very good volley. What a goal that was. And Telles played against West Ham in the Cup and put a very good performance out, apart from him being the culprit for West Ham's goal because Ryan Fredericks nutmegged him far too easily. We got Telles for 15.4 million from Porto. I think we should offload Lindelof next year as well. Not good enough. I also want us to offload Fred. And as you all know, there is United fans that are having a go at Solskjaer for persistently selecting Fred and McTominay in the centre midfield. Now, obviously, we're heading into the international break. Obviously, Man United play Leicester after the international break. That's going to be a tough game, but Leicester haven't been good, have they, in recent weeks? So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you for today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very soon.